you have, and what is the main reason you wear it? And if you don't have one, just share that too. It's not everybody has a wellness wearable. So I'll just kind of watch the chat for the next couple minutes here, and then we'll get started with our discussion. I'll get us started because I do not have a wellness wearable. Jill says she has a Fitbit.
And we are going to talk about that, aren't we, Carolyn?
We sure are, Kyle.
I am a Apple Watch user.
All right, lots of Apple Watches. Great. He has a Garmin. Okay, lots of different ways a lot of people like to record their steps, which is kind of how this all started, right? With the wellness wearable, but now they do so many different things. But
I love seeing the different ones like Fitbit,
yeah.
Samsung, Garmin, as you and I will talk a little bit more. I mean, I feel like there are like the popular ones, especially like the Apple Watch.
For sure.
But it's always neat to hear or see just the I don't know, you want to call them more uncommon,
yes,
not as trendy maybe, I don't know, but it's nice to see, there's others out there, there's other options.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, well, we'll get started with our discussion as it's 2:15. So for those who just popped on, please continue to throw the answer in the chat about whether you have a wellness wearable, what you have, what you like. So today we're going to be kind of exploring, I guess is a good word, what intrigues us about wellness wearables. So I'm Carolyn, and along with me is Kyle. So we're just going to kind of dive in and talk about why or why not people use a wellness wearable. Maybe how they fit into your everyday wellness. Like why do you use it? What intrigues you about it? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And just kind of dive in and go from there with our discussion today. So Kyle, why do you think they're so popular? Because you can see a lot of people have one on this chat. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm just seeing them kind of tick in. And I was kind of thinking about this. I think one, we are turning into more of this fitness-focused society, in my opinion. And as people have shared too, the data, the metrics, tracking that stuff is beneficial. Or people find it beneficial to help motivate themselves, help them be accountable, that kind of stuff. On another level too, I also think it's just kind of I don't know, a societal trend, like, if you don't have an Apple Watch, you're not cool, which is, silly to say out loud, but yeah, that's kind of where my mind first goes. I mean, did you have any thoughts or takes on the popularity of these devices?
Yeah. I think really like what you said is kind of that peer pressure, right? Like everybody has one, so I should get one. Influencing is such a big thing right now with social media. So you feel like, oh, well, what is it? What, you feel like you're left out, and I don't have one. And I do feel that way sometimes, like, oh, well, gosh, everybody gets to see this. And, I don't because I don't have one. But do I really want one? So then I have to like remind myself, well, gosh, I really don't want one.
Sure.
But even though I don't want one, I still feel like, oh, wow, everybody has one. I should probably get one. And I think people are just really, yeah, like you said, really fitness oriented right now. And I think as wellness wearables have come about, they have changed so much over these last 5 years even. Started out just, hey, let's track some steps and see if we can make sure we're getting in our steps. And now they do so many different things, as you can see from the chat. I mean, people, use them for a lot of different things. A lot of people like to check their sleep, check their calories, just all sorts of, different things, their heart rate. A lot of people are really data centric and really like to see that information.
Exactly. And like you said, the technology has come like leaps and bounds better and better. I mean, not to date people or myself, but when I got out of college in 2011 and worked at Lifetime Fitness, they required us to have, a heart rate watch. And just thinking of like that only did heart rate. And you had to wear the band, at kind of the sternum
Yep.
level.
Yeah.
But like now, these little devices, even thinking of now smaller, think of like the rings that are out there, how it's taking certain like biorhythms, biometrics, and turning it into sleep scores or stress scores, or
Hmm.
however, whatever that specific product or device, the data metrics that they can provide. It's honestly amazing.
It really is. It really is. I agree. Like even just, oh, let me see what my energy level is today. And it'll tell me what kind of workout I should actually do today based on my energy level. I think it's very intriguing.
Mhm.
I love data, but for some reason I don't turn to it for this. But I do find it very intriguing on all the different things they can do. And I'm interested to see what will come about in the future.
Yes, for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's just only going to expand from here for sure. Yeah. So you said you have an Apple Watch.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
So tell me a little more. Like, why did you decide to get an Apple Watch?
Yeah, some of it was jumping on the bandwagon, and just in
Mhm.
the career that we're in, how everybody else, quote unquote, everybody else has something of that nature. Just wanting to better understand it for myself, more hands-on
Mhm.
and whatnot. So,
Yep.
picking it up also was for personal levels too, of like motivation, accountability, because of like zone 2 heart rate training for like fat
Yeah.
burning is kind of a good strategy or kind of an approach for fat loss. That was kind of a marker for me. Calories burned, just for that general awareness of not only exercise but also the nutrition piece. Steps, sleep tracking, the the stopwatch and timer portion of it, just because of the our job.
Yep.
uh, and then, I mean, the Apple ecosystem, so text messages, my laptop, my phone, that whole dynamic of things.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So now, how long have you had it?
It's 2 years or so, I want to say.
Okay.
2, 3
Okay.
years.
Okay. And do you find like the novelty piece has worn off, or do you still use it the way you thought that you would use it?
Oh, so some truth and some joking, but like it's primarily like setting a timer in the kitchen, or for setting a timer for timeout for my kids. you know,
Well, it's right
but
there when
like,
you need it.
yep, right. Well, I mean, the whole, like, hey Siri, kind of talking to it. Oh, go away, Siri. Sorry, I just turned on my phone too. But I will say though that every workout, if it's yoga, cardio, strength, whatever it might be, I am tracking it. I think
Okay.
just kind of more so for fun, but I'm not using the data.
Okay.
Really, the only means of using the data or the metrics that are being provided is when I do jump on the treadmill, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to do more zone 2, like jog or cardiovascular training.
Yep.
But for the most part, yeah, like I said, it's using the timer, notifications. Like I feel like I'm more connected to like my phone and messages even more now.
Yep.
Don't really like wearing it for sleep, even though that was something that was intriguing to me. Like, oh, how well am I sleeping and
Yeah.
resting? But yeah, now it's just, it's becomes just more of a timekeeper, text messages, and a timer.
Yep. Yep.
So
Makes sense. Yeah.
now
I'm
on the
curious in the chat if people want to chime in. Like you said, you like the data, but you don't really go back and use the data, right? To
mm-mm.
like graph anything. Or I'm curious,
Yeah,
if
maybe every once in a
anybody
while.
here does that. Like, do you use the data somehow or another, and
Yeah.
how do you use it? Like, what do you use it for? I'm curious. I know, like, if you're maybe training for a marathon, a few people mentioned that,
Hmm.
that maybe you use it, then, but I'm just curious what people use the data for.
Yep. And I did see one individual that says that they have a health or medical condition, and
Yeah.
so it for some I definitely, I mean, we see it here. It
Yeah.
makes it's usable, for those individuals, but
Absolutely. And a game changer for people in that
Yes.
realm.
Especially if it's something that you need to like have an immediate response to, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That real time, gives you that right away, that real time feedback.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
As people are throwing in, kind of
Yeah.
posting from your question, now I want to kind of flip it a little bit. So
Okay.
I have a watch, as we've said.
Yeah.
You have said that you don't have a wearable, a watch, a ring, any kind
No.
of device.
No.
So why haven't you bought one?
I did have a Fitbit at one time. And the reason I had one is because my daughter wanted an Apple Watch and she had the Fitbit. So she gave me I'm like, let me just try your Fitbit because she was getting an Apple Watch for her 18th birthday. So she's like, oh, you can have my Fitbit. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. I think I wore it for 2 weeks and I was like, I don't I don't really need the Fitbit. I
Yeah.
don't really
What?
like, I don't know. And so I guess I just find that I don't like to be connected. I'm not a big I don't like to have my phone on me all the time. I don't like notifications popping in all the time. It's really distracting for me personally. I think Tim mentioned that in the chat too. Like he likes to disconnect. And that's how I feel too. I just think it's very distracting and I just don't like to be connected to so many things coming in at one time.
Sure.
And I'm also kind of a big believer on listening to my own body. And I just think, oh, okay, I don't need a watch necessarily. And this is me now. Everybody's different. I don't need a watch to tell me, oh, it's time to get up because I feel like, oh my gosh, it's time to get up. I need to like stand up at my desk. I need to go move around for a little bit. I don't
Mhm.
want to lose that piece of listening to my body and staying in tune with what I feel I need to be doing.
Right. Absolutely. Makes
Hmm.
sense. So yeah, so leading into that, what keeps you healthy without tracking or without a device?
Yeah. I'm a big routine person, so that's helpful for me. And I like to check things off. So I actually have my workouts scheduled and I'm a big check off person, like I just said. So to me, that's really motivating more so than seeing something on, like, getting a circle or, those things are great for people. But to
Yeah.
me, I want to be able to I want to like take it off my schedule. Like I actually like have it on my Outlook calendar and I delete it off my calendar when I do it. So to me, that's really rewarding and that's motivating to me. So that's what I find really works well for me personally.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with some of the things that I've done, the
Hmm.
kind of like specifically writing something down, instead of typing it out, there's kind of a different like brain output,
Yeah.
for, like what you said, looking at your Outlook calendar, highlighting
Hmm.
and boom, delete,
Yep.
completed, done,
Yep.
so.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I think that's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like to
yeah, we
be
had
able
a,
to
a
do that.
lot of
Yeah.
messages come into the chat, and I saw one that was really interesting. Someone's Garmin, and I think this can be very beneficial. Thinking of what I remember from, running runners. So yeah, I see it now from Jack. The Garmin 970 allows you to add your shoes and track how many miles you've put on them. So that way, once
Oh,
your shoes run out of miles, which can potentially cause maybe some, shin splints, or
for sure.
again, you want to have those fresh shoes. It
Hmm.
kind of, I'm guessing it kind of gives you an alert or something to be like, hey, time to consider,
Yeah.
you know, but
I
getting new
love that.
miles. Mhm.
Yeah, because
It's
it's
almost like
easy
an
to
oil
forget.
change.
Like, why do my knees hurt? Oh yeah, I haven't bought shoes for a while, or well,
Yep.
you kind of forget about that. I love that. I didn't know that was a thing. So very interesting. Yeah, I know it's really fun to see all the different things that people are doing and really great question, from Susan. She has an elderly parent in a different state. Is there any wearable that she can use which would notify us of a medical emergency?
Great
There
question.
probably
I
is
hope.
something. I don't know if anybody knows of one. Put it in there. That's awesome. So, oh, there you go. Somebody already had sent that in there. So very cool. Yeah, I love that. I think the biggest thing to remember with this conversation, is that what works for one
Mhm.
might not work for another, right? Like we are all individuals. We all have to think about what is the best way for me personally or you personally that's going to help you create healthy, consistent habits. And if it's a wellness wearable, awesome. If it's not, great. I think that's the biggest thing that we can take away from this conversation today.
Absolutely. And I think your personal approach, as you mentioned, is another piece to it as
Mhm.
well, where
Yeah.
is still being in tune with your body. So if
Yeah.
it's taking a minute or 5 minutes to kind of pause, if it's closing your eyes, but just kind of working head to toe, toe to head, whatever feels
Yeah.
best for you, and just giving yourself that assessment. How do I
Mm-hmm.
feel today? Do I need to get up and move? Do I
Mm-hmm.
need to maybe go for a nature walk and reconnect with nature and decrease stress? Well, whatever it might be. But yeah,
Yeah.
making sure that you're using the resources, the devices,
Mm-hmm.
along with your own self evaluation, just to
Yeah.
make things more optimal and and whatnot.
Yeah. That's true. That's a really good point. I had a client a few years ago who used it for sleep, which a lot of people love to use it for sleep, but was finding that they weren't really listening to themselves as well. So looking at the app or the watch, oh, I only got 4 hours of sleep. So right away that my client said, oh, I'm no wonder I'm tired today. Right. And not really tuning into, well, am I really tired or am I just thinking I'm tired because I only got 4 hours of sleep. So she actually ended up not using it anymore because of that purpose. She couldn't like get that, she couldn't decipher between those two things. So I think we have to
Right.
remember if we do wear a wellness wearable, they're great, but we also need to make sure that we're tuning in to our body as
Mhm.
well.
There's so many other factors that go
Yeah.
into how you could be feeling. I mean, I was just
Hmm.
having a conversation with a new member of one of my exercise classes, and was just bringing up the whole caffeine aspect of things, caffeine late at night, or even caffeine early in the morning, and how that can
Hmm.
affect your your state of tiredness or fatigue. So yeah,
Hmm.
definitely, it's need to stay in tune with yourself as well,
Yeah.
not just going off of the data.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely. God, this time goes so fast.
So fast.
So fast. So if you do need to leave, thank you so much for being with us today and just sharing along with us things that you use as a daily habit, or what you use to create those healthy habits. And if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, if you have questions, we're happy to hang out with you a little bit longer. So whatever
For
you can
sure.
do today.
We've got some fun rapid fire questions that yeah, we're looking
Okay.
for you all in the audience to answer quickly. Rapid fire. So,
All
but
right,
yeah, see,
bring them
again, thank
on.
you for joining us
Yep.
today. Yeah. First rapid fire question for everybody. This one's yes or no. Do you wear yours while sleeping? Yes or no? Do you wear yours while sleeping? Like I said, I tried to, don't like how it feels, tried to again. So I was trying to achieve some like certain data metric that's like needed 7 sleep, kind of
Oh,
entries.
yes.
But again, it's not comfortable. But a lot I see sometimes, no, it
I
has
think
to
it's kind of
charge. That's
half and
another
half.
thing
Yeah,
too.
gotta charge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of
Um,
half and half on that one. All
I know
right.
for myself, like we talked about being in tune with yourself. Like I
Mhm.
know why I'm tired, and like I'm tired right now because um my daughter kind of had a scream late at night that kind of woke me up, and then fell back asleep, and then I woke up to my cat uh spitting up or
Oh,
vomiting
mhm.
on my nightstand. So I had to get up and clean that up.
Yeah,
And
you didn't
then the
need
cat,
Apple Watch to tell you that
no,
that you were
exactly.
tired.
So yeah, don't need an Apple Watch yet to tell me I have 3 moments of interrupted sleep.
Exactly.
So, but
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh my
funny.
goodness.
Yeah,
All
so
right, here's
about
another
half
one.
and
Yes or
half.
yes or no question. Have you walked around the house just to hit your step goals? Or even just like done this, because that'll work sometimes too if you just move your arm up and down. So have you done that?
Oh, funny. Yeah, I have not. Like
100%. No, rarely. Okay. Huh? Few no's,
And
quite a few
but
yeses though.
it,
Yeah.
honestly though, we kind of giggle and laugh about this question, but
Yeah.
you
Fine.
know, it, if that's your means of getting daily steps in, get it done.
Yes.
There's like, you know, I have a coaching client where it's where she lives, it's super hot and humid, and I'm not talking here in Minnesota right now. But we've had to work together to find what works, and
Mhm.
for her it's in the house, maybe doing some circles around her coffee table, and, climbing up the stairs to get some
Yeah.
flights of stairs in.
Yeah. And it works for her, and that's great. Yeah.
All
We're
right, I
asking
don't
her something.
know. Yeah, I don't know if what like Garmin or Fitbit, if they have kind of these, like how Apple has the close your ring. So this might just be for Apple users, Apple Watch users. But have you ever exercised? But I'll also jump in. Have you ever exercised or simply stood up just to close your rings? Have you ever done anything to just simply close your rings? And it's and the rings are an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a great accountability motivational tool.
I
Especially
agree.
if you are, an avid person of like whether it's on your watch or on your phone, going in there and making sure that you're changing the goals, the standing, I think it's standing
Mm.
hours or standing minutes, or the exercise, goals. If you're, kind of changing those a little bit to make it um kind of for where you are currently in your fitness journey,
Mhm.
it can be a very valuable tool.
Yeah, absolutely. And people love gamifying things, you know? I mean, it is fun.
Yes.
I mean, it just adds that visual. So I love that stuff too. Okay, so that's good. So a lot of yeses and a few nos.
Hmm.
Okay. Have you ignored your wearable completely? Yes or no?
What would this one
Do
look
you,
like?
so do you have it on, but you just keep like not even either paying attention to the notifications, or you have them all, you just turn them all off, whatever that looks like. Yes, Amy, it does not own you. That is true. Yeah, okay. A lot of people saying yeah. Oh, no, Martin says no, not completely. No. Okay. But lots of yeses on that one too. It's just there sometimes.
Hmm.
I'm curious about this next one. You go for it, Kyle. What's the next question?
The next question, what is one feature you wish existed either on your current wellness wearable, or if it's just a feature that you would love to have? One feature that you wish existed.
Might need to really think about this one.
And yeah, this is a tough one because
I
again, as we
know.
talked about the
Mm.
technology,
Mm-hmm.
blood pressure is a good one too.
Ooh, that is a good one. Alert medical of any major concerns. Yeah, that's a good one.
Longer battery,
Longer
of
battery.
course.
I think three people put that one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, the Samsung can do blood pressure. Okay, good to know. That specific one anyway, the
Yeah.
Galaxy
It's
Ultra.
And I
Yeah.
will say, just knowing how blood pressure is taken, and not, I have never looked into, like how like that device tracks, does blood pressure. It's
Yeah.
amazing to visualize or think that,
Hmm.
something like this can get a systolic diastolic reading.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I would like, you know, more on the medical side of things, I think could be
Yeah.
really interesting. That would be something I wish was a feature, just to say, hey, you're leaning towards this. If there's some kind of, medical pre-diagnosis or something like that, I think that could be interesting. All right, and here's our last rapid fire question. If your wearable disappeared tomorrow, what would you miss most?
Being able to set a timeout timer for my child.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly says the time. She'd have to like actually like find a clock
Yeah,
or
because yeah,
right.
she did share with us that,
Yeah.
for her, one of the primary things was, just telling time. And I
Mhm.
absolutely agree with her. When I've been up with like flex break groups, just me personally thinking it's kind of a little unprofessional to like pull out my phone to check the time. Because like I set up 15-minute sessions with these
Yeah.
departments or groups. And so, telling time has
Mhm.
been great. So seems a
Mhm.
little more professional, checking my watch versus like pulling out my phone.
Yeah. Fair. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
So time and
Feel just the
steps.
feeling of it on my wrist. That's interesting. Like that would be weird, right? I remember when I used to wear just a regular watch, long ago, and then I quit wearing a watch and it took me a while to just get used to that feeling of not having it on. I kept thinking I lost it or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, let me see what else. Oh yeah. Seeing what heart rate zone I'm in while running. Okay, yeah, definitely. Just another quick look at the date, the time, the temperature. Yeah, nice to just have those things pop up. Photo. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is.
Photos.
My wife and I use that feature
Oh,
to take like a
okay.
picture on the mountaintop in Lake Tahoe a
Okay.
couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like the shutter button, click, and then 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
cheese.
nice. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Probably works better than the phone, you know. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of great answers. I love it.
hmm And a
Awesome.
lot of different ways people are using
Mm-hmm.
their devices and what they
Yep,
find important, what they could do without, and what they couldn't live
exactly.
with, all that stuff. So awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's the end of our rapid fire. So thanks again for being here. We appreciate it and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. Take care, everyone.